Okay, guys, now we are looking at Kansas, the Kansas Jayhawks, an exciting one to predict. Pretty good quarterback in Jalen Daniels. Exciting player. Excited to dive into it and talk about the guy. So we've got Fresno State coming into Kansas to start off the season. I'm going to go ahead and pick Kansas to win that one. Fresno State consistently puts out a good team, but at home, I think it's a good win for Kansas. Wagner, another win, 2-0. At Missouri, that's a tough one. And Missouri's proven to recruit well recently. I'm going to actually give that one to Missouri. So that's 2-1. I hate picking against the Big 12, but I got to stick to my guns. Okay, West Virginia coming into Kansas. This is one where West Virginia has the quarterback disadvantage, might have a roster advantage a little bit here over Kansas. They have been hitting the transfer portal hard and getting good results. But I do think with the quarterback advantage and it's at home, I'm going to have Kansas winning that to be 3-1. Then Cincinnati coming into Kansas. Cincinnati, they have a solid quarterback, but I don't think at Kansas they're winning that game. So it's going to be 4-1 for Kansas. Then we're going at UCF. This is a challenging one. This is a tough matchup to call. But at UCF, I think roster-wise, UCF overall is probably a little better of a roster. I think Kansas has a little better of a quarterback, or a decent better of a quarterback. And then you factor in the fact that it's at UCF. I'm going to make that a loss for Kansas. So that's going to be 4-2 as we head into at Texas Tech. That's a tough one there at Texas Tech. Texas Tech has a good roster. They have a good quarterback, and it's at Texas Tech, guys. Hard for me. It's not super crazy to think that Kansas could win this, but I'm going 4-3, a loss to Texas Tech. Now we have Kansas State coming into town. I think Avery Johnson looks really good. You know, you guys can rewind the video and look at my quarterback rankings or my quarterback grades. It's at home, but I think Kansas State also has a better roster here. That's 4-4. Then you guys get a little breather. Oklahoma State comes to town, well-coached team, but the quarterback situation, I don't have a ton of confidence. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one to Kansas. So that's 5-4. And then you guys are heading to at Arizona. And this is a situation where I think both teams roster-wise are, pretty similar with the talent of their roster. And because of that, and it's at Arizona, and both quarterbacks are good quarterbacks. Because it's at Arizona, I'm giving it to Arizona. That puts you guys at 5-5. Then you're going to Iowa State, and obviously Iowa State is going to be a tough go. I have them going 11-1, so another loss for Kansas. That puts you at 5-6. And then you got Utah coming into your house. I think Utah's roster quality. Obviously, I'm biased. I'm a Utah fan, but it's the roster quality, a pretty big difference. I think quarterback quality, I'd probably give it to Utah with Devin Dampier. If not, it's very arguably close. And because of that, it is at home, but I got Utah winning that one as well for Kansas to finish 5-7 on the year. Honestly, before I made this, I thought Kansas would finish better. So that is surprising, but 5-7 for Kansas.